I did want to go back to our this was a topic like 2 weeks ago, but loyalty in sports. Want to bring
I
this up
wanted to bring
today
this up too. Thank God. All right, here we go.
because today Luka Doncic was traded from the Mavs to the Lakers
Mm.
with no warning. He didn't ask for a trade. The Mavericks wanted to trade him. Honestly, not even the Mavericks, just one guy. The GM of the Mavs wanted to trade him. He had brought it up to the owners. They had laughed in his face because they thought it was a joke. He was like, "Oh, like I'm thinking about trading Luka," and they laughed because they're like, "Yeah, good one, dude." They traded Luka for Anthony Davis, like a couple other guys, and like a first round pick in the future.
Yeah, that one's not his fault. I don't,
Yeah.
basketball is my least knowledgeable, but that one's not on him. That
No,
one,
no,
he
but
did, he did nothing.
But where were you going with that, Vic?
I'm saying it proves a point that like these athletes should not be loyal to the
No.
teams. Like,
And didn't that change? Didn't this trade make him ineligible for like a
Yes.
big boy contract?
it changes what he can sign for. So the original max that he could sign for, I believe, was 5 years for $324 million. So it cost him around 100 and I don't know the exact numbers on the contracts, but basically it cost him $116 million on what he can sign for this offseason.
That's wild.
There you go, Mike.
Yeah. So again, like, and Luka even said he's like, I wanted to stay in Dallas my whole career. Like, I loved it here. He had just brought them to the NBA Finals last year. They were in the finals in 2024, and they traded him because they honestly they traded him because he can't play defense well, which like is a known fact, but who gives a fuck because he averages a triple double on offense, and because he's fat. That was the other reason why they traded him.
He's not that fat.
He's not fat, but like that's literally what they were like. His conditioning is bad, so they traded for a superstar. I mean, Anthony Davis is no schmuck. He's a really great player too, but they traded him for someone who's 7 years older than him and
Injury prone.
incredibly injury prone. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're worried about Luka's conditioning and his defense."
And you can't even make the argument that they bring in like Anthony Davis because they would sell more tickets. Luka
No.
was selling tickets.
Yes, people were going to see Luka. Like, he's an incredible player to watch.
Also, wasn't there some quote out there from Mark Cuban saying that if I had to choose between getting rid of Luka and staying with my wife, then I'd be signing the divorce papers right now?
Yeah, he said that in 2020. But he's no longer he's a minority owner in the Mavs now. He wasn't even consulted.
He sold his share?
Yeah, he sold his shares. It's some new guys, but he wasn't even consulted in this deal at all. And then the new guys were like, yeah, it's a funny joke. Like, we're not going to trade Luka. And then the GM just did it anyway. He didn't even tell the coach. No one had a clue about this trade until it broke. They which is pretty in a way cool because it's like there were no rumors, there were no like leaks or anything like that. It was just between the Lakers GM Rob Pelinka and then this guy. But
So
the world found out at once.
Now, not only do the Lakers pick up Luka, but they save money by doing it.
Yeah, if they want to bring Luka
can't
back,
get a bigger contract.
Yeah, they save $116 million. Or I mean, Luka can test free agency and go somewhere else, but he won't get 5 years from any other team. The Mavs are the only one that could offer him 5 years for whatever the amount of money was. Yeah. So yeah, again, just it shows you there's no loyalty in sports.